Hi there, welcome to Practicality Touring. This is Nick and today we are testing NT1100. Stay with us.
Honda NT1100 2025 DCT version. Well, let's take a quick look at the spec sheet. 102 horsepower is the same engine that Honda put it on Africa Twin. A seat height of 820 millimeters, a 20-liter fuel tank, and a fuel consumption officially stated by Honda at 5 liters per 100 kilometers. In true Honda tradition, we got 5 riding modes, 3 preset and 2 that can be adjusted by the rider. It also comes with cornering ABS and the torque is generous as well at 112 Newton meters. We won't go through the entire spec sheet since that can easily be found online. Instead, let's see how this bike actually feels on the road. First of all, the riding position. It's exactly what you would expect from a full-size tourer. It's natural, perfectly upright and very comfy, with a wide handlebar adding to that feeling. Well, speaking of the handlebar, even though it's wide, as I mentioned, it doesn't really become a major inconvenience when filtering through traffic. The seat is comfortable for both rider and passenger, and personally I find it even more comfortable than the one on the last year's model, which I also tested. Honestly, I don't know if Honda actually made changes in this area or if it's just my impression. The suspension also feels improved compared to last year, at least that's the impression I get. I actually hit a speed bump at quite a high speed, well, simply because I didn't see it, but the suspension handled it excellently. Neither I nor my passenger felt any discomfort at all. Another significant improvement I noticed is in the DCT, which now feels much more precise. Well, personally, I'm not a big fan of DCT. I usually prefer a manual gearbox, but this one is genuinely good. Well, overall, the package is fantastic for touring. In my opinion, this is a very complete bike for that purpose. If I were to buy an NT1100, I'd still go for the manual version, but that's just because I'm not into DCT, as I mentioned earlier. Honestly, I don't really find many flaws with the DCT on this bike. Well, in fact, I don't find many negatives about the bike at all. Well, if I had to nitpick, I'd say it's not the most agile bike in the city, but then again, that's not what it's built for, and I don't think anyone buys the NT1100 with city commuting in mind. This bike sells very well, both in Romania and across Europe, and it's easy to see why, considering what it offers. It's a complete touring bike that does everything a full-size tourer is supposed to do, and it does it excellently. I wouldn't really recommend it for beginners, although on rain mode it might not be a big issue, but in my opinion it does need an experienced hand on the bars. If you're experienced and you enjoy touring, this bike is exactly what you're looking for. As I've mentioned earlier, I was already familiar with the 2024 model as well, but this year's version feels like a major upgrade. Everything seems improved, and the sense of riding a really solid bike in its class is even stronger. It's clearly an evolution, without a doubt a much better bike. Well, if I had to choose between the lightly used 2024 and a brand new 2025, I would definitely go for the 2025. In my opinion, it's worth the price difference. As I mentioned, it comes with improvements across the board, and overall, the bike simply feels more refined and more capable. So, to sum it up, a full-size tourer that does an excellent job, comfortable with great suspension and solid brakes, best suited for riders with some experience, a motorcycle that gets you to your destination quickly and in full comfort. That's about it for the Honda NT1100 2025. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you like what we are doing, make sure to subscribe. And if you want to stay up to date with the latest uploads, ring the notification bell. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and ride safe.